I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 16 of Volume 8. We're getting there. Only a couple more episodes until I take my 2-week break for the next season. But anyway, so this week I picked another one of those tapes from the Puma box. So the box of Puma tapes, this is a box of, basically it came in a shoebox, a bright red shoebox with Puma written on it, so it's called the Puma box. Anyway, so this one I picked out just because it's got some games that I kind of fancied playing, as well as wanted to sort of do on What's on the Tape. We've done them before. You've seen them before. Manic Miner and Pyramid, which is that Bob? Oh, I can't remember his name. It's not Bob, is it? I'll see it when we load it. But basically, it's a great game, that one. So it's a lot of fun. I'll find the cover and I'll do I have it handy? No, I don't have it handy. I was going to get it if I could see it for handy. Flight and Pac-Man. I'm sure Flight is like a original Sinclair released game, and it's quite a large feat of gaming engineering to get that in there, sort of a flight simulator. And that's there. But yeah, so I thought I'd give it a go. Boots C15 tape. I'm sort of I was going to say mighty, but to be fair, they've been pretty good, these ones. So before I put that in the drive, though, I want to show you some other things. So I've had a bit of a mission. Well, I say a mission. They appeared on Sinclair for sale, and I said I have to have those. So I've been getting some Atlantis games recently, and I really like Atlantis games. And that one, I love that. I think that reminds me of Rollerball if you combined it with Gladiators. Looks kind of cool, that one. So Crack Up, not one I've seen before. It looks very much like it's a sort of a what's it called, breakout type clone. That's very much what I think that one looks like. But I've been, as I say, it was a little bit of an Atlantis sort of a session, realistically, because I got this one, which is before they started doing the more advanced ones, El Dorado, a bit dirty the cover, but that's okay. Which obviously is about, I'm assuming, about finding gold. The year is 1532. Yes, it's about finding gold, basically. So we got El Dorado. I picked up this one as well. I quite like the cover on this one as well. This is self-destruct. I quite like the way he's getting thrown out of the space station, sort of circular space station. He's getting thrown free from it. Quite like that as well. I'm going to assume a 48k, that one. A routine check of a space station. You discuss some serious radiation leaks. So the space station's there. So that's that one. I also got this one, which is the newer covers, because they kind of added several layers to this. So you've got this one with the Atlantis badge like that. You've obviously got the first type with the Atlantis badge sort of like this, as gold. Then you've got Atlantis like that, and then you've got Atlantis like this. So there's quite a lot of Atlantis sort of style things. I don't think they did a lot of re-releases from memory, but anyway, this one looked quite good. So you obviously play the policeman chasing down or hunting out this young lady who's been captured. So again, a bit of a dirty tape case, but it looks all right actually. I quite like the graphics. They're quite nice. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they do look quite nice. So I quite fancy to look at that one. Then we've got Cosmos, and I love this because it's got a lovely robot on the front of it. Very much something out of Apex. If you've ever seen the movie Apex, I quite like Apex. It's kind of very square on the front, the robot on there. Wrong box for it, obviously, but that's fine. That's not a problem. And then we've got some graphics there. It looks kind of cool. Another nice one. And I got quite a few, actually, I'll be honest. I got quite a few. I got Aqua Squad, which is a really good little shooter. Very much akin to, what's it called? Cybernoid. So if you haven't played Cybernoid, that's well worth picking up Aqua Squad if you can find a copy of it. Very nice. I like Aqua Squad. All underwater, obviously. Then we got Submariner, which is kind of a 3D sort of isometric one from the looks of it, from the back. Not played these, to be honest with you. I played Aqua Squad. That came on the Vega, the Spectrum Vega. Cold It Story. Not sure what this one is about, actually. It looks, well, I'm assuming it's about Colditz. It's a strategy adventure. Escape from the heavily fortified Colditz Castle. That's from the Second World War. That's that one. It's very cool. Quite like that one. And then Temple of Terror. I kind of like that one. One of the older ones with the cover like that, so it's not the gold when they did the re-release. I'm going to assume where Archie's daughter is dying of an incurable disease. That's a good start. So we've got to go find it from the Temple of Terror, I'm guessing. So, and the last one, which I'm going to put on the screen now, show you now. The last one I think we're going to play this after we've played those other 5 games because I quite fancy the look of this one. I just like the cheekiness of the design, the sort of the chap jumping past these monsters. It's called Overkill, which is a great title for any game. 10 days ago, the Treaty of Quanton had been broken, I'm guessing, and nuclear weapons are on the way. I quite like the look of this one though, so we'll give that one a go. So we're going to have that as well as this on What's on the Tape. So hang on a second. I'll get this in a tape drive. Okay, so the tape is in the drive, so we're ready to go. Let's go down to my favourite. Let's go down to Basic and load it, and we'll get that. We'll get Manic Miner loading. Do you know something? I feel quite tired today. I'm just I've been recording this on a Saturday. I had a long lie in this morning, and I'm still tired. I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes life is tiring, isn't it? But yeah. So I've got a coffee, so I'm going to drink a sup of that first before we get on to what I know about Manic Miner. Hang on. There you go. It's like my Popeye spinach, isn't it? You know, it gives me my power all of a sudden. To be fair, that was an interesting one this week. We had that for the 20p arcade challenge. I highly recommend. I mean, think about 20p arcade challenges. Even if you don't join in the fact that we call it a challenge, it's not a challenge. Basically, it's a chance for everybody to play different arcade games once a week and gives us something to do. You know, otherwise we'd be out in the streets peddling Spectrum software to people. You know, on the corner with our Macs open, going here. Buy some Atlantis games. Anyway, no, we wouldn't be. But the point was that it's kind of a lovely thing as the 20p Arcade Challenge. It's very much an opportunity, and there's some great people involved in it. But Jay, he'll be probably on here. Jay's Manchild, fantastic channel, well worth looking at. There are many other people, and I just can't remember everybody's names right now because, as I say, tired for a start off. But anyway, but it's nice doing it. But this week we did Popeye. And Popeye is extremely difficult. I didn't realise how hard it was. It's only got 3 screens in it, and all you have to do is catch either the hearts or the songs that olive oil drops down on you, and avoid. Now, this is going to surprise you because a lot of people are going to go, you mean Bluto? I don't. It's called Brutus. In the 1960s, a new character sort of appeared and kind of appeared as in the marketing called Brutus, not Bluto. Even though I think the main bulk of the cartoons are still Bluto. But yeah, the character changed to Brutus, which is really interesting. I don't know why it changed to Brutus, actually. I didn't look that up, but I did, because somebody said to me, it's because it says it, I think, somewhere in the instructions, it says Brutus, and I went, really? Can't be Brutus. They've misspelt that. They've put that wrong. They haven't done Bluto. No, it's Brutus, apparently. So anyway, he's very much exactly the same kind of character, except I think he bulked out a bit, actually. I think Bluto's got a very small head and a long neck, whereas Brutus has got a much bigger head and a great big woolly beard, which I totally appreciate. But but Popeye had spinach as his thing, and during the wartime, spinach became his big sort of, this is a superfood. Eat this food. It's very easy to grow. Whatever else it is. Now, I whether or not it was propaganda or whatever else at the end of the day, the story goes that the scientists miscalculated the potency of spinach. So we were all eating spinach. It was doing us no harm, but in theory, and by the way, I'm not born in wartime. If I was, I'd maybe a lot older. But if I was born in the wartime, everyone was eating spinach because Popeye ate spinach, and it was really good for you. And yes, it's good for you to eat greens, but it was no more super than say cabbage than the spinach. So I suppose they couldn't get away with cabbage because cabbage, I don't know, they're all similar things, aren't they? They're part of the lettuce family, aren't they? The leaves at the end of the day. Personally, I like spinach though. I don't mind spinach. To be fair, I haven't eaten it for a while, but I don't mind spinach. I never minded it as a kid, and never minded it as an adult. So it's one of those. I think it's an acquired taste, really, is spinach more than anything else. But yeah, so the stats were fudged for it, and then somebody later went, yeah, the stats are wrong. Do 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 do. So always out of tunes, brilliant. So Matt Smith's a beautiful creation but Styx was before this, wasn't it? Matt Smith's Styx was before this. This is the next sort of game. This is Manic Miner, which he sold to Software Projects and to Bugbite, thus making his first million. And yeah, Matthew Smith, there he is, good old Matt Smith, bedroom coder.
hero to many. Anyway, let's push the button. So, good old Minor Willie here is in caverns that are obviously collapsing because his air is his timer. Good old Minor Willie here is attempting to collect the treasure within these areas. So you've got to collect all the fleshing items, basically. Kind of the simplicity of this is not lost on me. It is a beautifully simplistic game, avoiding obviously the nasties as you go. Beautifully simplistic game. The faster you get out, the more score you get. And it's just a great little game. It's all about him getting rich, and after that, you obviously have his Jet Set Willy saga. Some people love it, some people hate it. It's one of those games. For me, it and Chucky rank as some of the best platformers because of due to their pure simplicity and the way that they play. And yeah, you have to be pixel perfect with it, but who cares? I mean, 20 caverns. Some people can finish this in like 30 minutes. Personally, I always get to Eugene's lair, and that's me done. I'm a Eugene's lair is the death of me personally, but I know others can get sort of further along than I can. So for all these times I've played it and the times it's turned up on What's on the Tape, you'd think I would be an absolute expert at it. But graphically it looks brilliant. The colour clash is well controlled. The levels are bright and colourful as they should be. Somebody built a game with the spectrum in mind, and this is exactly what this is. Different tones and brightness of... Now, I usually come out here and go this way, because it's faster. Because you end the level regardless of whether you hit it. Technically, I would die if I hit the floor, but I think that's a faster way of doing it. The menagerie. Not to be confused with the menage a trois. What's a foursome in French? Somebody will know in the comments. Another will. Oh God, it's close. Yeah. Right. Wait for the Christmas turkeys to go back. I'm going to assume the turkeys. They may be turkeys. May not be turkeys. Could be turkeys. Christmas turkeys all the way for the win. And the floor's going to disappear. Floor's going to disappear. Turkeys for the win. Boom. Boom. Do-do-do-do-do. And out we go. So far, not lost life. We're doing quite nicely here. There are certain covers that are worth a lot more as well when it comes to Jet Set Willy. So is it... I can't remember which it is. Is it the Whistler that everybody wants? I don't know quite. Is it because he's whistling on it? I'm guessing it's because he's whistling on it. But yeah, the Whistler is one that's more sought after than others. Yeah, I think I need to do that. That one. I think I've got to go. I always forget this key, and it's the one that annoys me that I've kind of not got. Here we go. Let's go that way, let's go that way. This should allow me to jump into there and then jump into there. There we go. Done it. The abandoned Iridium Works. This is the one, Eugene's lair. Hello, Eugene. This is very much a timing case. Once you get the last item as well, Eugene flies down and drops all over the exit, which means that you can't get out very easily. Horrible Eugene. I don't know what the best timing for this is. I'm going to go now. I'm going to go now. Have I timed it extremely badly? I have. I've timed it badly because the toilet was in the wrong place. It's all about timing. I don't think I've ever cleared this level. It's a bit of a nemesis of mine, this one, unfortunately. I think I've timed this wrong again. I just killed myself. Timed that wrong anyway. I was in trouble. The toilet was going to come get me. The crazed toilet, which obviously features very heavily in Jet Set Willy. I hadn't realised, though, at the end, there was an end sequence of Jet Set Willy. Once you cleared it all up and Maria let you to go to bed, you run back to the very first room and throw up violently into the lavatory, which I didn't realise that was the end of it. There are even people speedrun it. I bet this is a speedrunner one, though, isn't it? Oh, sugar. Nope, all over, stomped on by the boot, the heel of the man. That's actually the last level, that, by the way. That background at the top there is the last level. I wonder if anybody got one of them old synthesizers out and actually tried to play it based on what you saw in Manic Miner. And did it play the same way? I mean, obviously it's not going to be the same tune, but is it the same? Is it the same thing? Did it do that? What we got here now? I want to say Bob Smith, but I don't think it's Bob Smith. But Pyramid's one of those kind of really great games. It is, in theory, it is the last game. So it's a game from the future. It's like the Terminator of games, because it came from the future. Did Pyramid, and in the future there are so many developers, and they all developed the one and the same game, the Pyramid. Yeah, it's got a lovely silly story that goes with it all. Is it Fantasy Software presents? Yeah, that's right. Bob Hamilton, it's not Smith. I keep getting the two people confused. I think I confused somebody as well during What's on the Tape not that long ago. I said Bob Smith. Bob Smith is a completely different person. Bob Smith still makes Spectrum games, by the way. Bob Hamilton, I haven't seen for years. So to avoid confusion, there's two different ones. It's just because the first name's Bob. Clearly, they're exactly the same person that they're called Bob. It's just exactly the same person. There's Bob. All Bobs are the same. It doesn't matter what the last name is. But anyway, Bob Hamilton, as far as I'm aware, isn't making games to this day. Bob Smith is making games to this day. He's the guy who made the tractor game with the little tractors in it. I can't remember the exact name of the thing, but I think Cronsoft have got quite a lot of games by him. He kind of makes those. If you go to Cronsoft's website, they've got quite a lot by Bob Smith, not Bob Hamilton. I really apologise to anybody who listens to my rubbish and goes, Where's Bob Hamilton making games? No, it's not Bob Hamilton, it's Bob Smith. So there we go. Right, I'm going to drink coffee again because I probably need a refuel here. Oh, that's good. I had a little, on the other day. I went for a sandwich, and I decided that I'd get myself an energy drink, and I don't do energy drinks normally, but I got myself one of those energy drinks, and it was very sugary and very, 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 very caffeinated, and after about a couple of hours, I crashed badly. I really did. I needed more coffee to kind of bring myself back up again from the caffeination that I did. So the answer to the question is avoid those, because they're not very good for you, because your brain doesn't normally need those kind of things. But here, I want while I've got you, while you're watching, yeah, still stay there. Don't go away. Oh, it's not a bad question, but no, stay. Well, listen. Here's an idea. Here's a thought, and it just crossed my mind. Okay, so Renegade. I regard the Spectrum version of Renegade better than the arcade. I think it is a better, higher quality game than the arcade. I also rate Cabal in the same sentence as that. I say that the Spectrum version of it is better than the arcade release. And I kind of stated this the other day, and I know it's a Jim Bagley creation, isn't it? He popped up on my Twitter when I was doing that. We got to talk about Twitter as well shortly. But anyway, but one of the things also I said was that it is actually a better quality game than the actual arcade sort of equivalent, akin version of it. It's a better version of it. What else was on the Spectrum that was better versions of it? Those are the ones that I could think of on the top of my head, but I can't think of any. There will be others, but I just couldn't think of any more while I was thinking about it. But what games were better on the 8-bit generation? It doesn't really matter if it was Spectrum or Commodore or whatever else. What was better than the arcade version of it? I mean, I could tell you what else I could put into that thing. Spectrum version of Green Beret. You could probably put the Commodore 64 version in there, but we're on Spectrum. This is a Spectrum thing, so we'll talk about Spectrum. But Green Beret also fits into that category. But there must be quite a few out there. I rather like this because at the end of it, you get a code that you could send off to Fantasy Software to try and get yourself into the high score table there. So right, P to play. Now you have to make it to the bottom of the pyramid. That's the aim of the game. So here's a little man. I can't remember his name. He had a specific name, didn't he? What was his name? Oh, God. What's my keys? Thought I chose the right... Let's shoot. Ah. Right, okay. Right, so you have to shoot so many of these, and what happens is when you shoot enough of these, see it says aliens, A counting down to 1, now 12 left, it drops a diamond, and you can only pick the diamond up when it's in the blue mode, and then you can drop it over the door, and then it opens it like that. So basically that's how, that's all there is to it. Realistically, it's not anything more exciting than that. But basically, you've got a power level, which is the where is it? It's the S is your power level, which slowly goes down over time. You're firing a little machine gun from inside your there's a ricochet off it. See, it has little hands ricocheting as he's firing the shot. Now you can't let these guys hit this. And they can't let, and if they hit the diamonds, they stop them opening the doors. And the idea is to open the doors, and there's certain colours that work your way through. So green, then pink, and then another one. So do you destroy the aliens again? We're destroying aliens. And we drop through that one, and we drop through the next door, and then off we go. Pretty simple, good looking little arcade game as for its simplicity. I have to admit, it's one of my favourite things. It's quite good on the Commodore 64 as well. In fact, it's exactly the same as the Commodore 64, except with different sort of slightly different graphics, but plays almost identically. It's a really good. It's a good little single screen arcade game. And I think that's the only way googly eyes. It reminds me of what's that thing in the bin? The Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster. That's what it reminds me of. Let's pop that in there. We're going to be going that way because it's shorter. But as I say, this is the final game. This is the game that we're all going to be playing in the distant future. Oh damn. Distant future of gaming will be this game. This is our game. Oh damn you! It's the only game that we'll be playing. I have to admit, if this is the only game we're playing, I'm quite happy because it's quite a good game. So I'm a happy bunny. Cookie Monster. No, it's invincible while it's sugar. While it's blue, if you get hit while carrying it, of course you get damaged. I love the fact that he's got a little flying. And then we're through into the next level. Can't remember what our energy bar was. It's the P, I think, isn't it? Is it P? Yes, I think it's the P. The one's time and one's your energy. Yeah, it's the P. Definitely the P. Little eyeballs this time round with lovely eyelashes. Beautiful eyelashes. Almost as nice as my eyelashes. My daughter's just been downstairs to get herself some more food. She took a lunch upstairs, which was fine, you know. Got no particular issues with it, so she can play with her friends on the interweb. And she took her lunch upstairs, and Mum shouted, you know, can you bring your plate down so we can wash it, you know, as you do. And she shouted back, you should have got it when you passed the door. They're great, aren't they, teenagers? Love them. They're the best thing ever since sliced bread. Yeah, you should have got it when you passed the door. All right. The maid service in this house sucks. That's what it is. It sucks. Oh, damn you, you alien eyeball. Zzz. It can take a lot of hits, thankfully. There's so many good games, actually. I'm really thinking about this one when it comes to like the Renegades and the Green Berets. There are so many good games that got such a much better sort of result on you know, the home ports of it. I mean, I'm trying to think here of other things. I mean, other ones that come to my mind. Bizarrely, is Karnoff. I quite liked Karnoff on the home port over and above the arcade version. The arcade version's good, but over and above, yeah. There were some excellent ports of some games that are not quite good as the arcade, though. I mean, if you think of I always like the and don't say it out loud. I like the Amstrad CPC version of Bombjack. I think it's a fantastic conversion. Spectrum version is very good as well, very fast, very playable. But the Amstrad CPC version, what it does over and above the Spectrum version is it's the colours. It's a very colourful version of it, and it's very fast and very playable. Yeah, got damn you, alien scum! They're doing me loads of damage now. Little fuzzballs. Like somebody stole them straight out of Jetpack. Damn you! Almost did it as well there. Almost got out. Shouldn't have shot. Should have stopped shooting. There's a point, I think, where you have to kind of stop shooting. That's not the place. That wasn't the place to stop shooting. No, my energy's almost down. Damn you! Oh, it's been somebody got it as it was coming through the door. This is a harsh level. That's it. It's all over. I've exploded. The ultimate game in the universe. I've died. But you see, I got high score code there at the side. Ooh, that's clever stuff for back in the day. I really liked those. That was a good idea. So you could send the code through. Wonder if somebody ever cracked it and sorted out the code themselves so they could do their own thing. Right, okay, other side of the tape. We are on to Flight. I'm sure this is the Flight Simulator game that was there. I'll tell you what I saw the other day. Do you remember Microprose? Microprose was a game, the company, a developer or publisher house that was around a long time ago. They kind of did things like Masters of Orion is one I can think of. They did I think they did a few flight sims and all this kind of stuff. They're kind of back. I spotted them on Steam the other day. Microprose is back, and they actually have a flight simulator, which is very much a chunky flight simulator where you get to fly jets around in it. And I was really tempted to go and buy that because, well, it's Microprose. I haven't seen Microprose for years. I mean, they were back in the 8-bit days, weren't they? And there they were on Steam. And I was like, really? They still exist? I was quite surprised to see them, actually. Oh, I need a coffee. I tell you what, though, I woke up dry throat and everything, this morning. But as I say, quite tired today. Been exhausted. Been a been a busy week as usual. Lots of driving. I feel like I've been driving forever recently, and certainly, my sort of Google where you been trip thing says I've been everywhere this week. It's been a lot of mileage put into it. Dodging vehicles left and right, but. Yeah, Flight Sim. I can't believe. I don't think this is 16K though. I think this is because there's Pac-Man after it, but I'm going to assume this is the big Flight Sim one that was there. It has a little cover, and the covers. The thing I always found about the cover was it was a bit red and orangey. Do you remember it? It was like the plane was landing at night, and it wasn't. I wouldn't call it the most attractive of front covers. It was kind of you were in the cockpit. Or you was from the cockpit view, that point of view of the pilot landing on something. And I always remember it being not the best of covers. Wasn't a game I was like, yay, I want to play Flight Simulator. Or maybe it wasn't meant to be a game. Maybe it's meant to be a flight simulator. I'm trying to see if I can see it. I can see it. Hang on. Brace yourself. Everything's going to fall off the shelf now. I'm just leaning up to get it. Oh, I've got it. Yeah, so you're kind of coming into land and the sun's setting at the same time. Flight simulation. When Scion used to do these kind of things. Poor old Scion. It is funny, though, how many companies have gone to the wall for not sticking with the things that they would do. I mean, for instance, take Durell, for instance. I mean, I think Datel also exists. They used to make constant sort of joysticks and things like that years ago. They could have been so much more than they actually are. Funnily enough, I was in a factory the other day, and they work with aluminium. And I was looking at the display cabinet, just out of interest, because I always do these kind of things. And in there were heat sinks, and there were heat sinks for video cards. And I said, "Oh, are you still doing this?" And it was a very old video card, by the way. It had to be 15 years old if it was a day. It was just a very weak display. And I went, "Are you still doing heat sinks for sort of video cards and things like that?" And he went, "Oh yeah." So somewhere out there, this company that's obviously been around for a long, long time is still making heat sinks for video cards. Sort of very in the middle of nowhere, nondescript sort of location, you know, and not what I would call an affluent area anyway, or even the industrial estate is scrubland in certain parts of it. And there it is, busily making video card heat sinks. Bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, Flight Sim, yeah, but these are the kind of, but as I say, these companies. I think they were onto a winner, and then they did all kinds of weird things. I mean, Scion made handheld devices effectively for little handheld computers as well. Do you remember those? The ones with a little slide of plastic cover on the front of them. They were kind of sort of the size of a tricorder if you were in Star Trek. It's probably the most obscure choice I could ever make, but that kind of thing. You know, they used to make those kind of things. Very cool, to be honest with you. I am not going to get any of this, by the way. I'm looking at the controls. My God, the controls are on the spine. On the spine. Let's have a look. Oh, God, I'm dropping stuff. Behave. Joystick up and down. Rudder left and right. Oh, God, there's too many buttons. Switch and navigational. Right, okay. We'll give it a try. It's always a bit of a failure. But I don't know whether or not the guys built this as a game or as actual well, as a simulator. I mean, I do like a simulator. You've got you know I do. You know I love a simulator. Let's do Final Approach. Final Approach. Wind effects. Hell no. Right. That'll make me go up. That'll make me go down. That'll make me turn left and right. I need to go. I've got rudders with Z and X. No. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Oh, God. I'm just going for the C straight away. Pull up. I'm pulling up. There we go. There's the flaps making me move left and right. Gear down. Got the gear down. Peoples, brace yourself. It's like Microsoft Flight Sim, but better. Brace yourselves. I'm rough but gentle. Oh, Flight Simulator's never been the same. What was that game? What was that movie? What was that movie? Not game. I was gonna say game there, but no. What was that movie with the aeroplane? Wasn't it? It was like a some sort of dodgy sort of like the Big Bus kind of movie with aeroplane, wasn't it? Where they Don't Call Me Shirley, wasn't it? Was that the one? Yeah, Don't Call Me Shirley, and then the co-pilot's like it's like inflatable. They push a button and they inflate the co-pilot. The ILS, which is the landing thing on the left hand side, is telling me I'm kind of off center. Gonna have to rudder it. Rudder this mother. There we go. ILS is back quite. There's the landing pad. I'm a little bit worried though. It's not green. Are we like landing on an aircraft carrier? Am I like Top Gun now? I'll do the highway to the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. I'm like Maverick. Did like that new movie, by the way. Hell, I recommend that. It's really good. Proper nerdy. I'm doing rubbish here. What's the altitude? 1,000 feet? Oh, God. I'm totally off, but how the hell am I not ruddering over to that bloody thing? I'll Maverick it in. Look, it's all good. Let's brace yourselves. I'm flying it in. Look, I'm swooping left and right. I'm actually tilting my head as well while we're doing this. It's okay. It's okay. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. No, it's okay. We're going for it. Range and bearing. You know, imagine sitting playing this as a kid. You'd probably hate it. To be fair, though, it depends, though, what you're into. I mean, I kind of liked, when we got to Microsoft Simulator, I think it was version 3, which was like an SVGA version of it, Super Video Graphics Array. SVGA version, I used to quite like playing that. It used to run on an 808X processor and a 286 or a 386. Or 386 was like super fast. That 16 megahertz processor was just far too much. There's the landing pad. We're coming down. The gears are down. We're looking good. Bracing ourselves. The range is coming in there, bottom on the left. It's 45. And we've crashed! Looks like the same crash you get from... you crashed into the ground at the speed of 121 knots. I'm not sure what that means speed-wise. I'm sure that's like, I don't know, the same as a miles per hour, I think. I don't think there's much difference in it. Yeah, that was... Flight sim. Gotta play these things. It's a bit like that Spitfire 40. Have you ever played Spitfire 40? Oh my god, there's literally a button that allows you to go down to the controls and look at the cockpit and all the dials, and then go back up to a position where you can look over the top of the attacking. Why, my god, it's tough. Do you remember Wings, though, on the Amiga? Blooming brilliant game was Wings. Loved Wings. That had some sort of that had some mini games in it, didn't it? One where you do like bombing runs from the top, where you kind of go over the top, and then there was some dogfighting and all that kind of stuff. Really good game. I really liked that. And then there was that sort of where they were trying to do some sort of movie game. So you had It Came from the Desert and the Rocketeer. Do you remember Rocketeer? Rocketeer was really good. I really liked Rocketeer, except I could never play it. But it was it looked like a really good game. I quite fancied Rocketeer as a game. It was one of those things I was like, yes, must play Rocketeer. But I don't know PC in the end, to be honest with you. It's interesting though. I've been, if you've been watching, I'm going to get it right this time round. Generation Pixel, and if you're on this morning, good morning, Stuart. Generation Pixel. He's been playing. He went through 1989. Now I know where he's coming from with 1989 because I'm assuming 1990, almost like 91. That's when we all went Amiga. I'm afraid we all moved to Amigas or PCs. I think that's what happened. Unfortunately, we all kind of ditched our poor little Spectrums. Pac-Man. Oh, it's actually a proper Pac-Man. It does actually move like Pac-Man. Who was this by then? I didn't see the loading screen. This is actually a proper Pac-Man. It plays quite well. Quite surprised by that. On a number of levels, I'm quite surprised by that. Sometimes you get really rubbish Pac-Man. Oh, got eaten. Where am I going to reappear? In the centre, which is where you're meant to reappear in Pac-Man. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. Oh, they come back straight away. That's a bit harsh. They do stay ghostified for a long time, though, which is kind of handy. Got 2 of them. Didn't really want to do that. 3, 4. I ate them all. How many lives have got left? Quite a few. I've got a good chance of finishing this. Or finishing a maze. Got him straight away. Yes. That's pretty good, actually. I'll admit I'm quite impressed by this version of Pac-Man. There can be some really rubbish ones out there, but this is, on the scale of things, okay, there's a lack of animation here, but it looks the business. It's certainly playing the business. It's one of those games that I used to like Super Pac-Man in the arcade. Now, funnily enough, I put that on MAME recently. Just I thought I'll play Super Pac-Man. And I couldn't remember how to play it because there are some subtleties to Super Pac-Man. One of which is that you become very large and then uneatable, so you can pass through the ghosts as such, and they won't hurt you because you're super large. But it allows you to gain access to certain areas that you wouldn't have been able to gain access to previously. Within the level, it's a bit hard to describe, but basically there'll be like some cherries hidden in a section that you can only get to if you're super large, and then you've obviously get smaller as you go along. Oh, it's all over. I have to press 1, I think, again to... Or have I paused it? I've done something. Stopped working. No worky anymore. Oh, wow. We flew through that tape. That was really, really quick. I don't even know where we got so far through so fast. I just whipped through that one. I should have got some bonuses for you. Thankfully, we've got Overkill to try. That one with the little man leaping into, I guess, into the mouth of an alien. It's maybe paid extra for that. It's an alien sex planet, really. Oh, it can't take me anywhere. Right, come on. Stop stalling. Let's get this Atlantis game on. Let's get this one on. Quite looking forward to this one, actually. Not one I've played before. Definitely not one I've played before. Quite a lot of them appeared on the Vega, surprisingly. There was kind of a good selection of Spectrum games that appeared on the Vega only. Some were terrible though. I mean, I'll be honest. Some games were terrible, but some were quite good. What's the controls? Speed up, slow down, left, right, freeze with R, and Q to quit. So, all right, okay. Load dit. Yeah, we're going to do load dit. That's fine. Far away in a distant dimension of the aftermath of the nuclear war spreads its rotting plague across the once fertile plains of Quantron galaxies. 10 days ago, the Treaty of Quantron was signed, and this would see the destruction of all land-based nuclear weapons and the shutdown of dreaded moon citadels circling the galaxy. Sounds good. The shutdown progressed smoothly until one Galileo moon citadel remains. The most ultra-advanced citadel, high-leveled artificial intelligence, and contained enough nuclear power to destroy the entire Quantron galaxy. The Galileo... why is it called Galileo? Why would you call it Galileo? I mean, Galileo is Figaro... Beelzebub... No! It's part of the band Queen, was Galileo. One of the senior members. It was a backup singer for Freddie. Anyway, Galileo has been monitoring the airwaves and picked up the signals of its imminent disarmament and has been programmed for self-defense. Of course it has. You have been assigned the task of penetrating the Galileo moon base and destroying 10 nuclear energy weapons. 10 nuclear energy towers located in the center core. Continue over. Got to turn over the page. It's a long blowing thing. Destroy the nuclear towers. Collect red anti-radiation orbs from there. Each tower is made up of 9 sections. 1 orb is needed to destroy each section. Therefore, 9 orbs to destroy 1 tower. 90 orbs to complete the game. Right, so we've got to collect orbs, basically. That's about the size of it. Go collect orbs. Get your orbs out. Yes. I'm going to be collecting orbs. Lovely, lovely orbs. So, yeah. So we've got speed up and slow down. I'm not telling you what speed up and slow down's about, but we'll find out. So 90 of them. Grant Jaquest? Grant Jaquest. 1988. Good year, 1988. Same year as we all got Operation Wolf on our 8-bit systems. The year before, of course, it was released in the arcades by Taito. Oh, I love those games. Taito. I always get it wrong. Taito and Taito. It's always wrong. Right, coffee. Drink some coffee. Oh, the one thing I love about collecting for the Spectrum, and I mean, I know we do what's on tape, but one thing I love about collecting for Spectrum is, first off, most of the cover art is absolutely phenomenal. And even when it's not phenomenal, it's just so different that you go, I'm gonna have to pick it up. It's like somebody did Tesco's own brand on it with a white label. Sometimes it's that bad, but it's iconic in its view. It's like the things that Century City do. There's a number of games out by Century City. I don't know how many they did. A lot of them were text adventures, but it's a white inlay with black lines that go across it, like you'd have in your textbook at school, and then Century City slightly slanted by about a 25-degree angle on the bottom of it, wrapping around whatever the image is in the centre. Pretty iconic. It's a bit like, as obviously Atlantis wanted to do theirs initially, like that. One thing that's interesting is when you get up to things like this overkill with Atlantis, they put the barcode on the side of the title. So in the inlay, the barcode's on the side, so it's easier, I guess, if you picked up multiple budget titles, picking up multiple budget titles if you had the pocket money for it, picked up multiple budget titles for it, that you could scan them easier when you were at the checkout. Unfortunately, it makes the edge of them look absolutely crap. But it gives them more space in the back for artwork, which I kind of get the idea of that. But I mean, it's horrible because you've got a barcode. I've got a little selection of them up on my shelves, and there it is with the barcode along all of them. But you got things like Super Kid. I quite like Super Kid. A lot of people don't like Super Kid, where you had to rescue the maidens, you had to fly them down, and then you had you got to protect the elderly ladies getting back from the library to their old folks' home, because that's where all elderly ladies go to. But it was I quite liked it. I mean, you died. I can't remember why you died in it. It's really weird because you're kind of super powerful and you can crash into things. I think you could get shot and things like that, and you could die, but I kind of liked some of the games that came out from the lights. I've been really quite into the Codemaster stuff recently as well. I've been quite interested in quite keen on the budget titles. I managed to grab a few that I probably wouldn't normally grab. Press fire or Q to start the game. Right, okay. Love that screen. Q to start the game. Oh, right. Oh, it's a very weird one. I've got velocity for moving with the speed, and then these pads make me jump, so I can get more velocity. Oh, this is weird. Health goes down there. Ooh. It's like some weird gravity game. I like the graphics, though. They're really good. So you got velocity rather than up and down. That hurts me. I'm dead. So I've got to use the velocity to jump over the spikes. Nothing much kills you apart from these stupid spikes. Oh, that's really unfair. Should have accelerated my velocity. I like the death sequence. That sort of screen going across is kind of cool. So accelerate my velocity. I've not found any orbs yet, though. Let me see any orbs. No orbs yet. Not sure where I'm meant to go to get some orbs. Right, get my velocity up so I can get up on here. Yeah, more velocity. I'm on top of that platform. Was on that platform for a minute there. Right, I'm on that platform. What does that allow me to do? Slow down, slow down, slow down. That's it. My velocity is down now. Okay, how do I get up and down through this level? I'm dead. Have I died completely? Yes, I have. Alright, it's pretty tough. Not sure what I'm meant to do there. There's somebody with a good idea here, and I can't work out what it is. I feel like there's somebody with a good idea here. Well, look at those things at the top of the screen, though. They feel like they should suck me up and... oh, that sounds rude, but... No, they don't do anything. Alright, I'll just bang off the top of them. Right, okay. What about those things on the floor there? No. They don't do anything. I like the graphics, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. Is it just me? Do those two blue things at the bottom of the screen look like a set of bosoms? But is it just... Yeah, no? Just me? Can't take me anywhere? I quite like the look of this one. I just don't know what I'm doing. I was a bit of a. I don't know about anybody else, but I always felt it was a bit funny with some of the things because I would like games that most people didn't like, and I'd be like, I'm going to learn how to play this regardless of what's going. Oh. teleporting to level 2. I got to level 2. I don't even know how I got to level 2. I teleported to level 2. Did anybody see what I hit there to teleport? I don't see any buttons for teleport. Was there oh, hang on, the instructions. Was there a button for teleport? Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop. I don't mind dying if I'm on the spot. Freeze and quit. There was something about teleporters. Teleporting between levels. Right, okay, let's have a look at this. Between levels by touching the teleporter bubble. Control your speed with certain things and retain your energy. No, that doesn't. Teleporter bubble. Did anybody see a teleporter bubble? I've not seen a teleporter bubble. Let's speed up again. Teleporter bubble. There's a teleporter bubble somewhere. Nope, not seen a teleporter bubble. There it is. It's a bubble. It actually looks like a bubble. I got it. It was in the other room. I'm on level 3 now. I still haven't seen one of these diamond things. So basically what I seem to be doing is I seem to be chasing down teleporter bubbles first. And then once I've hit the teleporter bubble, I can move on to the next stage. And I'm wondering whether or not the teleporter bubble appears after you get so far through a level, or you've gone far enough through it that allows you to teleport. There it is. Have I teleported again? Or I've died? There you go, teleporter bubble. So I'm now on level 4. I haven't got a single orb yet. But we do know we've got to find teleporter bubbles. I'm not sure. There's one there. There we go. That's level 5. Ah. Now. That looks like a tower thing. He says going up and down these things badly. Thing is, there are towers that you know, the ones that we were talking about earlier. Oh, I think I'm stuck here though now. How do I get up and down here? I can't. I'm just dead. I might as well just die there. I wonder if those are the towers they talked about. You know, the towers that you meant to destroy, the 10 towers that you meant to get the things for. That's strange, and I kind of like it because it's strange. I quite like the background, and I quite like the other things. I quite like it because it's strange. It's very tough, though. I'm not sure I quite know what I'm doing with it, unfortunately. But anyway. But so, I've been your host, Real Genetic Dim, and thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Quick one this week. I'm going to hope for a big one next week. That'll be it. You want a big one, don't you? Huh? I can be gentle. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Cheers now. Bye-bye.